Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like time has quietly taken something from you? That familiar face, your face, seems just a little less familiar now. The world moves faster, friendships shift, and the body you once trusted, well, it feels like it belongs to someone else. Aging can feel like a battle, can't it? But what if I told you the real struggle isn't against aging itself? It's against our resistance to it. Buddha taught that suffering arises when we resist the natural flow of life. And one of the deepest truths in Buddhism is anicca, impermanence. Everything changes. That's not a threat. It's a doorway to freedom. So what if aging isn't something to fear, but something to embrace? Today, I want to share with you 5 timeless Buddhist lessons about aging. Lessons that can reshape how you view this chapter of life. These truths aren't harsh, they're powerful, liberating, and even beautiful. When you accept them, aging becomes not a loss, but a profound unfolding of something richer, deeper, and more meaningful than ever before. So stay with me, because what you hear today might just change how you live the rest of your life. Number 1, you will be forgotten sooner than you think, and that's okay. One of the hardest truths to accept as we grow older is this: you will be forgotten sooner than you think. The career you built, the home you cherished, the stories you told, over time, they will fade from memory. At first, this realization may sting. We spend a lifetime trying to leave a mark, hoping our efforts will echo for generations. But life moves forward, with or without us. Our children stay busy, our friends live their own stories, and the world, as it always has, turns its gaze elsewhere. Yet Buddhism offers a gentle and freeing perspective. You are not your name. You are not a fixed identity meant to be remembered forever. The Buddha taught about anatta, non-self. We are not permanent beings, but flowing expressions of life itself. Like waves rising and falling in the ocean, we come, we go, and we return to the current. A famous Buddhist story tells of a wise monk living in a mountain temple. When asked if he feared being forgotten after death, he simply smiled and pointed to a river. Do you remember the water that flowed here yesterday, the sea? Student hesitated. But the river still flows, the monk replied. The lesson? Legacy isn't in being remembered. It's in the kindness we offer, the love we share, the wisdom we pass on. True legacy lives not in books or monuments, but in the hearts of those we've touched. Number 2, your body will betray you, so befriend it now. Remember when stairs didn't feel so steep, when your knees didn't ache after a short walk, when your hands were steady and your back didn't whisper complaints. Now, your body feels like it's no longer your own, and that can feel like a betrayal. But the Buddha would gently remind us, this isn't betrayal, this is nature. Just as trees shed their leaves in fall, your body too is changing. Gracefully, truthfully, and inevitably. The problem isn't aging itself. It's how tightly we cling to youth, resisting what's natural and unavoidable. And in that resistance, we suffer. What if instead we honored this aging body? This body has carried you through every moment, through childhood laughter, grown-up, responsibilities, illness, healing, love, and heartbreak. It's not your enemy, it's your oldest companion. A Buddhist story tells of an elderly monk whose hands trembled with age. He could no longer carry heavy buckets of water like he once did. Frustrated, he asked his teacher, "Is my body useless now?" The teacher smiled and said, "A cracked pot still carries water, and waters the earth along the way. So care for your body like the dear friend it is. Feed it well, move it gently, rest when it asks. Treat it not like a broken machine, but like a wise companion. Aging well doesn't mean becoming who you once were. It means honoring who you are now." Number 3, You can't keep everyone in your life, and that's natural. As we age, we begin to notice something deeply bittersweet. People leave. Friends who were once a phone call away become distant. Family members who were always present start to drift. Sometimes, people we once could never imagine living without simply fade away. This can be a painful realization. We ask ourselves, did I do something wrong? Am I enough? But Buddhism teaches us an important truth. Everything in life is impermanent, even relationships. People come into our lives when we need them. They help us grow, and when their role is complete, they move on. This is not abandonment, it's part of the natural flow of life. Relationships, like everything else, have their season. A beautiful Buddhist story illustrates this. A young monk asked his teacher, "Master, will I be forgotten after I pass? Will my name live on?" The teacher simply pointed to a flowing river, saying, "Each drop of water is part of this river, but once it passes, it is no more. But still, the river continues." The lesson here is clear. Don't hold on to what is gone. Honor the people who are still with you. Cherish the connections that remain. And let the ones who have moved on do so without guilt. True peace comes when we accept life's constant flow. Let the love and lessons from those who've left live on in the way you carry yourself forward. Number 4, you must accept that you're no longer young, and that's a gift. There will come a moment when you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and notice that you no longer look the way you once did. Your skin may have softened, your hair has silvered, and your hands are no longer as firm as they once were. Society may tell you that this is a battle you must fight, to fight against time, to erase wrinkles, to hide signs of aging. But Buddha taught us that aging is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. True beauty comes not from youthful skin, but from the wisdom and compassion that grow over time. Aging is not about losing, it's about gaining wisdom. Buddha, I said, beauty is not found in the surface, but in the heart, in the soul. And with age comes a deeper understanding of life's true beauty, an understanding shaped by years of living, learning, and loving. One of Buddha's stories tells of an older woman who came to a teacher, saddened by her changing appearance. He took her to a cherry blossom tree, showing her its beautiful, fleeting blossoms, and said, "The beauty of this tree doesn't lie in its flowers alone. It lies in the way it grows, in the wisdom of time." Aging is a gift. It's a chance to celebrate the beauty of wisdom and love, to cherish the moments you've lived fully. Don't mourn what's changing. Embrace it. Number 5, you will lose many loved ones, but love never dies. As the years go by, the inevitable happens. You will experience more loss. Parents, siblings, friends, even children. No one is exempt from the impermanence of life. It's painful, heartbreaking, and sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is too much to bear. We wonder, why can't things stay the same? Why must we lose those we love? Buddhism teaches us a profound truth. Love never dies. The people we lose may not be physically present, but their love lives on in us. The wisdom they shared, the kindness they imparted, and the love they gave, these stay with us, shaping who we are. A powerful Buddhist story illustrates this beautifully. A woman named Kisa Gotami lost her young child and was consumed by grief. She sought a cure to bring him back to life. But after a long search, she realized the truth, that loss is part of the cycle of life. Through this realization, she understood that the love she shared with her son would live on, even after his passing. Love transcends time and space. It lives in your actions, in the lessons you pass on, and in the love you continue to share with others. When you lose someone, it's not the end of the connection. It's simply a transition. The love, the lessons, and the memories live on in your heart, in your stories, and in the way you continue to live your life. Aging isn't the end, it's just a new beginning. Aging isn't a curse, and it certainly isn't a battle we need to fight. It's a natural part of life, a journey that brings with it profound gifts of wisdom, peace, and the ability to love deeply. Buddha's teachings remind us that aging, like all things, is impermanent, but what's truly permanent is the love we share, the wisdom we gain, and the peace we find by accepting life as it is. As we age, we can choose to embrace this change, to let go of the fear of losing what we once were, and instead appreciate the person we've become. Each wrinkle, each grey hair is a mark of a life lived with purpose, of love shared, and of wisdom gained. So, my dear friend, how will you choose to live the rest of your life? Will you fight aging, or will you embrace it with grace, wisdom, and love? One of the most profound lessons we can learn from Buddhism, especially as we age, is the importance of accepting impermanence. Life is constantly changing, and with that, so are we. As we grow older, we may face physical changes, loss, and the inevitable passage of time. Instead of resisting these changes, Buddhist teachings encourage us to embrace them with grace. Aging is not something to fear, but a journey to accept and cherish. Buddha's teachings remind us that true beauty comes from within. It is found in wisdom, love, and kindness, not in youthful appearances. Our experiences, the lessons we've learned, and the love we've shared are the true markers of a life well lived. By accepting the changes in our bodies and relationships, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and allow ourselves to experience a deeper sense of peace. As we age, we have the opportunity to pass on our wisdom, share our love, and continue to grow spiritually. The key is to focus on what remains, the love, wisdom, and peace that are built on the foundation of a lifetime of experiences. Embrace aging as a gift and live with gratitude and purpose, knowing that true beauty lies in the wisdom and love you carry within. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom-filled content to help you live with mindfulness, peace, and purpose in every season of life.